Hello and welcome back to Captain of Industry, where we have problems all over the place. We are in the middle of a maintenance death spiral where stuff is starting to break down now, which isn't fantastic. The actual maintenance 2 does have enough electronics and whatever the other thing is, mechanical parts to keep going, but it's obviously not doing very well. Let's have a quick look over here at maintenance 2. So yeah, we were at points going over, before the death spiral, going over the limit we could do with having a single maintenance 2 production in place. So maybe we need to think about doing another maintenance 2. I'm going to do the one on this side, just so this leaves us room to do another maintenance 1. Let's just pop back in here a second. Maintenance 1 is, yep, at the point where it needs to be expanded as well. So this needs to be a maintenance... No, hold on, I'm getting myself confused. So that's a maintenance depot 2, which makes maintenance 1. I think we need one of those. So we're going to need to think about how we're going to belt that in, because this is all over the shop over here. Okay. Okay, one thing at a time. Maintenance 3 is fine. We're okay with maintenance 3. Maintenance 2 is struggling. Maintenance 1 is also struggling ever so slightly. So we need one of these. This is a nice easy one, so let's do that. Which means we're going to need that. We're going to need that. That's fine. That should hopefully get that up and running, but we need more electronics too. Electronics 2 is struggling, partly because it's not getting silicon poly fast enough, because I upgraded this silicon poly belt. I didn't upgrade the belts in between, so let's do a few of those so we can actually get the silicon poly down to the bottom assemblers faster. So that's 12, so that should be fine. We should be able to get enough down there now, hopefully, things all being well and good. We have so many things. A low supply of PCBs is going to cause us problems. Why do we have a low supply of PCBs? They've got all the bits they need there. That could just be the fact that the glass wasn't run into them for a while, so they need a bit of time to catch up. We are making 48. We're making 72 PCBs. We are using 24, 48, 72 and a bit. So we actually need more PCB things running as well, but that's we got enough to keep going for the meantime. Copper is looking good. We could not store all the potatoes after harvest. That's another problem. I'm going to maintenance fix, Unity fix that one, because that's going to cause us issues otherwise. Yep, so these are now full of materials. We just need to get the materials on the belt over there. So we need to think about maintenance 1 before that starts becoming a problem for us as well. Electronics also go down where? Down here, but this isn't really running. Where do you get your electronics 2 from? From this belt, which comes off of here before it goes down there. You're producing those things. That's actually probably quite important. You're actually producing things that are actually also quite important. What we could do is over here is put a balancer in. So we're actually prioritizing getting electronics down there, because I think that's probably more important. So we want a flat balancer in. Did I not Unity that? There we go. Get a flat balancer in at whatever height that is, which is not quite enough space for it to fit. Not quite enough space for it to fit. Let's try that again. So you, I want in here. Collision with flat conveyor. And it won't go there because collision with flat conveyor somewhere else. What are you colliding with there? I think it's this glass one. So let's get rid of this. And bring that back another one over there and get rid of that. And now let's try putting that in. Okay, that now fits. Let's get that in. Let's prioritize that output over there. Unity all of that. That's problem one sort of fixed. I need to go in over there. You now fit, so that's perfect. So let's get glass moving over there. Okay, so that should get these up and running, hopefully a little bit better. We are definitely, yeah, that's still all looking fine. Okay. So we also need this running, which is going to be a problem because we need the mechanical parts to come over there for that. So let's get rid of that belt and a little bit of that belt, and then unity that. And then we need to think about how this is going to fit. That's what we need to do. So you're going to go in there. That's a nice easy one. So hard to tell what I need to connect to. You, I think. So you just need to fit in down there somehow. Perfect. Do that, do that. Don't think there needs to be a Mark II belt, but it is. Hey ho, whatever. So let's get that built. That's going to help our maintenance one, which is, as I say, quite close to being a problem. These are about now running at full speed, so we should start to be seeing. Yep, it's fine. Some more maintenance 2 coming in. Yep, that's looking better. This should start going up as well shortly. Electronics 1 is running low, however, probably because we're now producing more of these. Do we need to increase electronics 1 production? What are we on here? 190, 200. We're taking some out to go somewhere. I don't know where that's going to be going. I might want to wait for this truck to come and get those so I can see that. It does look like it's actually going up, so that might not be too much of a concern. I do want to see this truck coming in over here, though. Is it you? I'm guessing it's you. No, because you're delivering rubber. You are collecting the electronics. And you are taking them here. Don't do that. Right, that's that little problem sorted. I don't really care if you're not getting electronics, but I do want those belts built, however, so that if there is electronics, you can get them automatically. Right, okay, another problem sorted. Really hoping this starts going up soon. We are now seeing a lack of mechanical parts coming in, however. The mechanical parts come in down here, they go over here. Is that just because we have not enough belt? I think that might just because we don't have enough belt speed. So let's upgrade that one. Let's upgrade that one. Which should start seeing those come in a bit faster as well. You take, yeah, 36 each, so that should be enough for that. Okay. Oh my word. So PCB still being low. It doesn't seem like it's quite a problem yet, but it's getting very close to being a problem. You have nothing to mine in your area. That is fine. We can sort that. It's just because I didn't increase your area. Fine. That's a nice easy one. Edit area. We're just going to do this and also just increase this over here a little bit so you can get rid of that little hump as well. Cool. You've got something. You have nothing to mine, which means you've gone all the way over there. So let's come down here. Let's bring you down to height 14. Let's come in flat at 14. Let's not do that. Let's get rid of all of that. So let's bring you in at minus 14 to there. Bring you along there. And you may as well go in over there as well. And let's see if you get yourselves entirely stuck. There's a little bit over there as well. Get that. Sure, why not? Cool. Cool. Right, we have no places to dump products because they finished doing this, which is absolutely fine. I think we can start filling this in. Yes, there's still sand over there, but we're not really in a position to be able to do anything about that. So height 4 over to about there to start start with. Let's not try and encroach on what they're doing. That gives them somewhere to dump stuff. Nothing to be mined for the Flatinator and the Flatinatorior of Speed. You have stuff to mine, you just not have the appropriate areas. We can solve that. Let's edit the area. Let's just move the area up to there, and also not do that. Move the area up to there, and then also just expand the area over there so you can do a bit more of that. And then the same thing with the other one. Edit the area. Bring you up to here, and then let's expand you over there as well. And I am going to expand it over to that bit just so it can do that little bit as well if it feels like it. Cool, that's that done. All right. We have a low supply of diesel, we have a low supply of hydrogen. Those things are both problems. We'll just have to see how we go, really. Do we want to start thinking about upgrading this so it can do even more oil production stuff? Maybe. Maybe we're at that stage. I don't know. I mean, we need more diesel, we need more hydrogen, so it definitely sounds like it, doesn't it? What belt do you, or what pipe do you have? You have a 300 belt going in at a 300 pipe. No, 450 pipe. And we use 120, 240. So we could do another 2-ish somewhat comfortably if we upgrade some of these. Let's upgrade that pipe. Let's upgrade that pipe. Let's upgrade this pipe to a 3. Let's upgrade this pipe. And let's upgrade this pipe just for funsies. And then let's build all of that. Which means we will probably need an extra sour water. So let's get that one. Which means we might need another bit of this. So let's get that built. Which means we might need a bit more of this. So let's get that built. And that's probably going to be fine. Probably. We'll see. That's fine. High supply of depleted uranium is less fine. Let's pop that there and unity that. Right. PCBs are still looking just about okay, if not brilliant. Electronics is looking okay. We are doing maintenance 2 permanently pretty much, and our maintenance 2 is pretty much fixed. I don't care if you are not getting products. I didn't actually want to build you. That was a mistake. What is this belt here? This is trying to get electronics, but I broke your electronics somewhere. Hold on a second. You're trying to get electronics 1, which is supposed to come in on this belt here. Are you electronics 1? You're electronics 2. Electronics 1 is there. Fine. Fixed. Sweet. This is currently struggling for electronics 1 because we broke that pipe, that belt. That's absolutely fine, which means we dropped a little bit of unity, but that's fine. It is what it is. Dirt is absolutely full, so we probably want to start thinking about chucking dirt back into our global dump. They are busy filling in this. This is already looking fantastic. Good job, you. Oh, my word. Right, next things next is this. So we need to start using up some animal feed, which I think means we need some chickens. I have no idea how many chicken farms we need. Absolutely no idea. So I'm just going to do like, I'm going to build all of them, which means we're going to need this, and we're going to need this, and we're going to need I guess one of these for now. So let's do this, and we're going to need this, and this, and this. Make sure that goes all the way back to somewhere. It doesn't. That one comes over here, which is for sausages. We are going to need one of those. Let's build one of those. We're going to need just all of that, and that, and that. And then we're going to need that, and that, and that, and that. And that one down there isn't connected, which isn't a problem for now, but we are going to need it at some point. We are also making food packs now, which is going to be from the excess vegetables and tofu, which is fine because I think we're going to want to use food packs at some point for something to trade for oil, I think it was. That's all good. Right, everything else is just backing up massively. So the chicken farms are up and running. I do not want stuff being delivered by hand. I also want to enable slaughtering when they get to max, so let's copy that over to everything. And then I need to buy some chickens. Chickens, I'm pretty sure, come from trade. Yes, we can trade. Is that the only way of getting chickens for construction parts? Okay. Let's get that many chickens. And if we come over here and have a quick look at our farms, we have none in there. We have 200 in there. Let's take that down to about there because I want some in all of the farms, which is exactly what it's done. Perfect. So we've got some chickens in all of the farms. So we will now be using up the animal feed. They will be producing eggs at some point. This is the animal feed coming down here. It's going to back up on that belt a bit, but hey ho, it is what it is. Okay, so we're just going to let that go. We're going to come over here. Using up some of the animal feed means we're going to be able to use up more of this stuff, which is great. Oh, that is massively problematic. So as a short-term solution, we are going to unpause half of that. Which probably means we're going to be using up a lot of coal to burn that. Get that spun up. That's probably fine. It's probably fine. Okay, right. Over here, electronics 2 is looking a lot better. Electronics 1 is still looking quite terrible. Do we have enough speed on the rubber belts? Yeah, I should do. It comes in there, so it's only these 3, and that's less than 60. I think it's just a problem of getting rubber over there fast enough. I might upgrade that so we can start storing more rubber in there, and at some point think about getting rubber manually taken over because we've got lots of rubber over there. All right then. Whew. None of you should be doing anything, just checking. Yeah, fine. This is spinning up. Oh, it's actually not because it's a lower power priority, so it only goes up when we need it, but that's fine because we're going to need it at some point soon. None of you are running. Why is that? You have full that. You have full that. You have full fuel gas, which is interesting because the fuel gas is not full. That just means that the fuel gas pipe needs to be bigger. So you should actually be fine because you go into the balancer and you're a prioritized input. I think we probably just need to make this pipe bigger. Not too sure at the moment. I guess that's the quick solution, isn't it? So we could be looking at using this thing here. It'd be nice if when you did this you could split them by the contents of the pipes, so I could say upgrade all the ones with fuel gas in to Mark 3. That would be something that would be hugely useful, but we don't have that. So we're going to have to do this a little bit piecemeal. So you need to be upgraded. 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 Which means you need to be upgraded. Which means you need to be upgraded. And then you. And then you. And then you. Which goes up to here. And then you. Yep. Then you go into this mess, and then it's going to be this one, which currently has no fuel gas in, so that might not be too much of a concern. Because we currently have no fuel gas going through the system. It's all the fuel gas that's going in is just being utilized by the processing down here, which is fine. So with that all done, I would expect to see much more fuel gas coming through here, and I'd expect to see these able to get rid of their fuel gas, which they currently cannot. Why not, when there is space in the pipe? Not enough space for output. Because that one is now maxed out. But that one isn't. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And there's nothing coming through this one. Oh, hang on, that one's paused? No, that one's not paused. That one underneath is paused, which is fine. Makes it feel like there's a smaller chunk of pipe somewhere. But I don't know where that is. So you go down here, and there are 3 outputs. One goes down here to these, which are fine, and they're not getting enough input, even though it's connected, and there is fuel gas in the pipe. Okay. This is now a major problem. We also need more workers. I'm going to do a trade for workers. Where do I do that? I need to do that in the map screen, don't I? I'd like to adopt some people. Thank you. Okay. This does not make any sense. And yes, that's a problem. We also now have a low supply of poly. I'm hoping that will sort itself out, to be honest, and it'll be okay as the boxes over here start filling up. This one's looking fine. This one is looking less fine. I think that's mainly a rubber throughput issue, but it's looking a lot better, and maintenance is now looking good, and that's all that really matters right now. So why is this? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I cannot figure out why it doesn't make any sense. Yes, we've only got Mark IIs coming down and out of the system for the moment, but that should be fine. Like you are trying to put your fuel gas in here into this pipe, which is full. Fine. This pipe's full. Fine. This pipe is not full. So why is it not filling that pipe? Mark 3. 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 And then Mark 3. And yes, it's a Mark 2 out of here, but it's not trying to actually do anything with it. And you are not getting fuel gas. I don't understand. I do not understand what is happening here. That's insane. What's going on? Okay. Why would this be happening? Like, why can't you get rid of you? You can't get rid of your fuel gas because that pipe's full. That's fine. Because you've got diesel in you. Hold on. Hold on. Why do you have diesel in you? You've got fuel gas, you've got fuel gas, you've got diesel. Why do you have diesel? That fuel gas is connected to the right place. The diesel's connected to the right place. Get rid of the diesel. And then you've got fuel gas. You've got fuel gas. You've got fuel gas. You've got fuel gas. You have some fuel gas in you now. Okay. So do one of these... You've got diesel in you. You've got diesel in you. You've got diesel in you. Well, colour me very confused. You are not getting any input. But that's got fuel gas in. That's got fuel gas in, and that's got fuel gas in. What is happening, people? What is happening? Where is this diesel coming from? Okay, right. Back to the beginning. So you do not make diesel. That's fine. You make diesel. Your diesel comes out into that pipe at the bottom. That's fine. That's where it's supposed to go. Your diesel... Nope. Your diesel... comes into here, which joins into that diesel at the bottom. That's absolutely fine. You, diesel, joins into the diesel pipe. Fine. Your diesel also joins into the diesel pipe. So you, I just built, but your diesel connects into the diesel. You guys don't make diesel. I am about to lose my mind. I'm about to completely lose my mind. Fuel gas. Pipe balancers have nothing in them, so that's fine. You have fuel gas. You still cannot get rid of that fuel gas. You have fuel gas. You have fuel gas. You have fuel gas. You have diesel. Where would that diesel have come from? Fuel gas, fuel gas. That is your fuel gas output. That is your fuel gas output. Somewhere there is a single pipe that has not been built properly. You. No, because that's going up there. It's you. It's you. So you produce naphtha, which goes into the naphtha pipe, which connects up there to the naphtha pipe. You produce diesel, which is supposed to go into this pipe. That's the diesel pipe, isn't it? Yes. So you are supposed to connect to there. Okay. So that one has fuel gas. That one has fuel gas. That one has fuel gas. Fuel gas, diesel. Get rid of it. Diesel, get rid of it. Fuel gas, which goes all the way up there. Fuel gas. Fuel gas. Fuel gas, fuel gas, fuel gas, fuel gas. Fuel gas, fuel gas, fuel gas, fuel gas. Fuel gas, diesel. Fuel gas, fuel gas, fuel gas, diesel. Okay, so that hopefully should be that problem sorted. You still cannot get rid of your fuel gas. We didn't have any diesel make it all the way up here, did we? I don't think so. We absolutely did. Okay. So if we just keep checking the fuel gas connections over here, wherever that, wrong one, wherever those happen to be. So yours is here. So your fuel gas, just want the connector. Yep, you got diesel in, get rid of it. Over here, you got diesel in, get rid of it. Over here, you got diesel in, get rid of it. Okay. And then these ones, where does your fuel gas come in? Yours is there, you've got diesel in, get rid of it. You have diesel in, get rid of it. Should there not be another one? Yeah, there's another one just there, but that's fine. These should be fine because those ones haven't been running. You're still struggling to get rid of your... Is there a, so where was it? It was one of these, wasn't it? Does that mean there's another one of those which is wrong? No, you're going into the right pipe. 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 You are going into the right pipe. And you would be fuel gas, and it looks like that's going into the right place as well. Oh, okay, you got diesel in. Oh, it's got rid of the wrong thing, because the diesel just moved through the system. So somewhere in here, we now have a little bit of diesel. What an infuriating little problem to have. Oh, you diesel, get rid. And you connect into this pipe, which probably means we've had some diesel come down here at some point. Into this, yep. And into this, yep. You okay now? You're okay now. You are also okay now. Okay. Does that mean this stuff is all running? It looks like it's all running, and that problem has been sorted. Wow. Wow. Right. Fuel is a problem that will hopefully be solved very, very soon. Hopefully, because otherwise we are in massive... Oh, my word. We are in massive, massive problem city now. Wow. Wow. I have never been low on fuel before. Let's deal with some other problems in the meantime. So you've been dumping dirt there, which has extended that. That's not the end of the world. You can continue mining out all of that. That's fine. Yeah, I didn't go any further up. Okay, cool. Everything is out of fuel. Any other problems? We've got a low supply of naphtha. Yep, well, that's not entirely surprising. So over here, these prioritize hydrogen over the diesel production. So I am going to change that. It looks like we might be backing up again. Looks like we might be backing up again somewhere. There's one. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. So those are really like, because they're the end points, that should be the only place we should start to see things backing up. As long as these are all running, we're probably in a good place. Yes, we also have to sort the food problem out. That is further down my list. But whilst we've been doing all that, how are chickens doing? Well, we've got eggs coming onto this belt. Is this belt built all the way down? In fact, we need to just now build all of these belts. We're just getting to that stage. I don't think we're going to be producing enough eggs or anything yet for us to worry about it. But needs must. Needs must. Okay, right. And also that belt. And just to make sure, and also steaks. Okay. So we are seeing eggs coming down here. Because the eggs don't go anywhere else until they have dealt with that. That's fine. We should be starting to see some more chickens trickling in because they breed like rabbits, and we are indeed. That's fantastic. We're not seeing any meat come over here yet. That's because we're not slaughtering any chickens yet because we haven't reached the max capacity for chickens. Absolutely fine. Right, over here, we need to make a lot more of these. So we need to take this belt out. We probably need to take out these as well. And then let's copy. Can we get 3 of these? If I tell you to ignore things, we can get 3 in there. Have you connected to weird and wonderful and stupid things? You're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You don't need that one. And that isn't going to work. Because we need to get the fuel gas out. So let's do that. Pop that there. And then we can get that there. Okay, that's all fine. Then we need to fix this. And fix this. That's all fine as well. You can probably just reach straight over. Yes, you can. Can you reach straight over? Just about. What about you? That's fine. I'm okay with that. So then we just need to connect this to this balancer somehow. So let's pop that there. Let's break this. Let's connect this into here. And then connect that back up. And I think we should be good to go. So let's build all of that. Sweet. We could probably do with making some of these faster, possibly. Let's upgrade this one. Let's upgrade this one. And leave it at that. We might have a problem where we just now have too much fuel gas coming out of the system, particularly if the fuel gas fills up and the fuel gas is full. So, how's everything else doing over here? Terrible, terrible. Okay. Let's build another row of these. And you. And in fact, let's make sure all your pipes are done. And then we're gonna not pause you. We're gonna not unity you is what we're gonna do. So we should be having lots of these running full time, getting rid of lots of fuel gas. You are not, because you don't have enough input. Where is your fuel gas input? There. It's because you have diesel in it. Your fuel gas input is there. You also have diesel in it. You have diesel in you. You have not yet had anything delivered. You have diesel in you. I'm really hoping this is just the dregs of the bits that we missed. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, so all of those are now running. Let's also unpause a couple of those. You're waiting on fuel gas, which makes me think that your connector has diesel in it. It doesn't, it's just empty. Well, that's probably fine. That's because the fuel gas is being prioritized down here, so we can actually get some hydrogen. Oh dear, not enough water for the chicken farms is a different problem. How much water do you need? Only 10, but water up this pipe is a struggle. That could be because that's a Mark 1 all the way down to there. So if we... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So all the Mark 1 pipes upgrade to Mark 2. Yes. We do have a low supply of naphtha, it's telling me, which is not incorrect, but I'm not going to change any of this at the moment. These are all largely running, yeah. You're just waiting on that to come through, which is fine. You're telling me you're full of diesel. Well, I don't believe that. So is that just a diesel throughput issue? Because at some point this pipe gets upgraded to a Mark 3. So let's just upgrade that a bit sooner. We'll do that one as well, and then we'll leave that there. And then we should... I think they're all unitied. So diesel coming out should be a Mark 3. Yes, it is. And that pipe is not full, so that is not a problem. Excellent. We are very low on coal, which is possibly a problem, as we are now running this to generate power, but one problem at a time. One problem at a time. Are you all running? You're not, because you say you're waiting on fuel gas, but you just got some, so that's fine. You say you're waiting on fuel gas. Does that mean... Yep. Little tiny bit of diesel snuck in. You're running, you're both running, you're paused, you're both running, so you're all fine. So I think, hopefully... you're complaining that there's not enough space for diesel output. You output 24 and 24, and you need to be upgraded. You are already a Mark 2. So you are trying to output onto this Mark 3, which is full. Let's just follow this back again and try to make sure that it's a Mark 3 all the way up. Pretty sure it is. And then it's a Mark 3 coming out. This one isn't full, however, which makes me think somewhere there is a problem. That one is now full. This one still isn't full. Okay. We still have full fuel gas. Welcome to the episode of Pipes. Right, we've got other things going on. Not enough maintenance. You're having a laugh, mate. What are you struggling for? Electronics 2. Why? Because we don't have any poly, because we don't have any hydrogen. Yep. Yep. Unpause. You don't have enough fuel gas. I'm hoping that's just because... Yeah, that's empty. That's empty. You're just not getting any fuel gas because it's prioritizing the other areas. That's fine. Just to do a quick diesel check down in these. That's all fine. And that's fine. So you should all be running full time. You cannot get rid of your CO2 now. Oh, there's always some sort of problem, isn't there? Where does your CO2 go? Your CO2 goes out of here. You make 24. So that one's fine, but that one needs to be upgraded. Yay. Probably the same thing over here. Nope, you've already been upgraded because I did that, but I wasn't proactive in fixing it at this end. So that should now hopefully be okay. You should be producing more. You can't get rid of your CO2. Your CO2 goes out here. You're just sharing with that. That was hopefully just waiting for those to empty out. Although that pipe is maxed. So maybe we also upgrade that pipe just to make sure. Why not? We have nowhere to dump products, which probably means we finished filling in that as much as we want to at the moment, because we have that ramp there. We might want to build a new ramp on this side somewhere for it. But right now... Oh, right now, what are you going to do? You're going to fill this in. And then you may as well fill in these bits. And then you're going to come over here and fill this to about here. And then you're going to ramp down here. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of places to drop stuff. How is this looking? We don't have enough workers. We have lost a lot of workers. Let's go hire some people. I want you and I want you. I want you and I want you. You? No, you don't want to give me anyone. You? Yes, 2, 3. And you? Yeah. Okay, we now have workers. Wow, this has been an interesting time. So we have had hydrogen coming in over there. That's great. I might want to tell this to only output if you're there. So trucks always have hydrogen they can collect. That makes sense to me. The diesel I'm less concerned about, but I will say the same thing to the diesel. It looks like diesel is slowly going up. It looks like hydrogen is ever so slowly going up. You are largely all running. You cannot get rid of your diesel. The diesel is moving. I just think that there needs to be a bigger pipe in there somewhere. I'm not sure why that pipe's maxed, but this one isn't. That is also confusing to me. Ah, because there's a little Mark II just there. You cheeky, cheeky thing. Right, so that should actually help us get rid of our diesel at a bit of a faster rate now. Okay. Right. You do have places to store products, unless they've already finished this. They haven't, so you do. You're just being a bit lazy. We also want to come and do this, but we can't do that till this mine is finished, because we would have to move this ramp as well. I guess maybe we just extend this over in this direction, because where else right now would I want to build a ramp? We want to ramp over to this one at some point, but there's not a lot of point until we have something to dig through. That would rely on them finishing this. Maybe we send the fast team over there to do that, and maybe in the meantime we just say, fine. Fine, do something very weird over there. No, don't do that. Come in flat at 3 over there. Which will just give you an extra little place you can dump your products. Fine, excellent, awesome, whatever. You're going off to get more sour water, which is great because we are out of sour water. Diesel is ticking up. Hydrogen is very slowly ticking up. Down here, running, not running. Running now. Okay. Running. Running, not running because you don't have fuel gas, but you probably don't have fuel gas purely because... yeah, there's no fuel gas coming down because they're working on the hydrogen first. Okay, so I think we have fixed that problem. With hydrogen coming in, we should be making more silicon poly. If we're making silicon poly, we're making more electronics too. If we're making electronics too, we can make maintenance too. Oh my word, that was a horrific little time. You're telling me you can't get rid of your rock? Ah, it's because that bucket's full. It's because that bucket's full, and that's the only place you will dump rock. That's fine. That's just something we're going to have to deal with. Trucks will get there when they get there. No water, that's fine. Not enough maintenance too, we are hopefully dealing with. We know all about those. Right. So, if we wanted to get over to this island, would we come from this island or this one? This one probably makes more sense just because it's closer. So let's come over here. We could try and sneak through there and like make a little path off of this bit. I feel like that's just going to be more awkward rather than anything. So instead, let's just say we're going to come through... I don't want that bit. We're going to come through here. Excellent. We are going to stick the fast team on that just because they can run over there faster. So the flattenator of speed, edit area, rectangle. You are going to come over here. Groundwater not on maintenance 2. Looks like it is fixing itself. A low supply of PCBs, however, is more problematic. The PCBs are just about starting to back up. Hopefully that will fix itself. We are also almost full of servers, so when that's full of servers, that'll fix that somewhat. But on the other hand, of course, we're using servers over here to fund our iron ore input. Wow, it's been an hour already, and I've just been firefighting the whole time. We can pause you for the moment, I think, and just not worry about this. So I might pause this belt just so that backs up, so it helps some of the components a little bit. You all have enough stuff coming in, so that's great. Recycling was the other thing we needed to look at fixing. Okay, so we are going to need to... Where did you even get recyclables from? I feel like they're taking them out of places. I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to just quick remove it because let's just get rid of it. We're then going to get rid of that belt, and we're going to unity that. We are going to copy these, and we're going to flip reverse them over here and pop them in there. In fact, yeah, no, that's fine, whatever. You are going to come and connect down to here, but you don't want to connect. Why don't you want to connect? Because that has been raised up for reasons I can't remember. So if we undo the raising of that, we can connect that in there. Then we need to get the recyclables up to there. So if we can take this up to height 1, turn magnet off, and just bring you all the way up here. And then at this point, you're going to have to come to like here, and then magnet on down there. And then we can take this, connect that from there up to there. Excellent. So right now we are still struggling to get rid of our recyclables rather than a recycling input problem. So if we follow this around, that is dealing with the glass just about. That is a Mark II and is backed up all the way over here. You are backed up because you are backed up. You only have a Mark I belt there. You then go into this balancer. Yep, which goes into a couple of Mark IIs at least. So that should help get rid of that at a more reasonable rate, which will help all of this flow a bit faster. Okay. So we're still backing up at this point, but that's because this is a Mark III and this is a Mark II. And at some point soon, that glass is going to fill up, and that's going to be its own secondary problem. I don't think there's a way we can say don't produce recyclable glass anymore, unfortunately. We might just have to make this a bigger store. Not enough food for the chickens is an interesting problem, chickens, because you have got so much food, but you are taking 15. You are also now filled with chickens, which is wonderful. So 15, 30, 45. There is no reason food shouldn't be getting over there faster, but it's not. So that's fine, whatever. Let's upgrade a few of these belts. In fact, it looks like you've never had food because there's nothing on that belt. Let's cancel that. Let's just pause it. Right. Upgrade a bunch of those. Food should come out faster. Is it coming out fast enough? Should be. We have a low supply of copper now, do we? Oh my word. And it's not because any of this is backing up by the look of it. We're probably just not producing enough copper now. Which is a fairly... I say it's not backing up. It totally is, because none of this is running. So let's upgrade this one. Let's upgrade this one. Let's upgrade this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. So that's still causing throughput issues. Let's upgrade that one. Still seeing a slight backup. This one's fine. This one's backing up. So let's upgrade this one. And let's upgrade this little chunk here as well. Still seeing that one back up a little bit. So let's also upgrade this one. We have a high supply of canola now, just to add to the problems that we've been having. Right, hopefully that will solve the copper problem. Electronics 2 is slowly ticking up. Canola is not just a high supply. I told it to tell me and it was 75. That's actually fine. So canola. So we have a balancer for over here for canola. We are full of oil, which is probably why it's backing up quite a lot. So if we take this up to here, there's only one other thing you can do with canola, which is just to burn it into pollution, which is terrible, but that's the way it is. So canola, we're going to build, I'm going to put it level there. We're going to put down 3 of these. We're going to need a U-shaped connector, so we're going to put that there, and realize that's in the wrong place. So get rid of that. And in fact, if we just get rid of that now, we could probably just do that. And do that, and do that. So you are set to burn canola. That's all the right inputs connected. Let's build that. I don't know how much canola we need to burn, but I would rather be burning too much than not enough. So as that's full, what I don't want though is that to be burning stuff for the fun of it. Which is what that's going to do. Right, hang on a second. No, because what I'm saying is if the oil's full, it's going to be burning canola whether this is full or not. So I actually don't want that. What I want is one here. And then we prioritize those outputs, so we'll always try and fill the bucket first. And if it can't fill the bucket, then it will burn it. Right, brief interruption for a phone call from the wife. So let's try this again. So we're going to come to here. We're going to come to here. We're going to come to here. Then we're going to build that, and that. Awesome. Right. That should solve that problem. The other problem we have, of course, is the food backing up all the way into the farms. We're still basically struggling to get rid of all of the sugarcane, really, aren't we? We are processing more of this down into animal feed now, which is good. The animal feed isn't going down, so I'm not hugely concerned. I'm going to put an alert on this to tell me if you start... Nope, other way. If you do start emptying. Because if that is not entirely full, then I need to know about it. I can also see over here that I just don't think we're filling this fast enough. Because we have a Mark III belt coming off, but only 2 Mark IIs going in. So if we upgrade... That was not my intention, but sure. That's not a bad thing. If we upgrade that, we should see less animal feed going down there, so less animal feed getting burned. Cool. Right, and we're also seeing enough animal feed going into these, which is excellent. We are now starting to get carcasses out, which is excellent. We are producing steaks sometimes. That is the offal. The steaks themselves go up there, and that'll be these ones, which are going into this. That's probably going to take some time to back up. Eggs, however, are backing up, which is great. Once eggs have backed up, we'll start producing cakes. I doubt very much we've been producing any sausages. That's not a problem whatsoever. If we just pop down here, we can see that this is the chicken steaks, and they are backing up as well. What a time to be alive, as long as you're not looking at any of the other problems that are going on. So the low supply of animal feed is misleading. High supply of canola is also somewhat misleading. You are waiting for products, but you're definitely set to the wrong thing. So let's get rid of that. Which might also mean that your snacks, your tofu... Wait. I was going to say, I don't think we have those things actually coming down. So you are going to be wrong, and you are going to be wrong, and you are going to be wrong, and you are going to be wrong. Let's just wait for these to come down and see what they actually should be. Whew. Alright, so this one here is the eggs. That goes into this one. So you are going to be eggs. So I say we've had eggs backing up. That is probably not quite true. Which means you are going to be chicken meat steaks. Okay, that's that problem solved. Diesel, tell me you're looking amazing. Diesel's looking alright. Hydrogen's looking alright. Fuel gas is going down, but that's to be expected. So over here, you are producing about as much animal feed as you can. You do have a constant stream of stuff coming on here. It probably wouldn't hurt to upgrade the amount of these that we have. So let's pop those in there. And Unity, all of that. So we're actually having vegetables and fruit coming down here now, which is a relatively new thing. We haven't had that all that often. I think we could probably do with updating some of these. Just to make sure we're getting down there as fast as we can. So yeah, so the fruit and the veggies. Yep, let's upgrade a few of these belts as well. And we are 72 workers down. What on earth did we do that needed 72 workers? Hello. I'd like to borrow some friends, please. Not from you. Not from you. Not from you. I think I might have borrowed all of the friends that I can. Yep. Okay. The other thing we can think about doing is sending the ship out. And I'm a little confused with this situation. The ship doesn't have any people on, so we can't do that yet. But the ship is battle score 900. And if you were quick on the draw there, you would have seen that all of these are 990. So are we just going out there and hoping that we've got enough to take people out with? I don't really know. I'm going to unpause this. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pause these. And I'm going to pause these, which gives us enough workers back. And we'll definitely remember that's there. Excellent. We could probably take dirt out of the global dump temporarily because they are just emptying this out because it has a huge empty me buffer. In fact, we could probably tell dirt to come over here and start filling all this in, really, couldn't we? But, you know, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So you are just waiting on more slag to come in. We do make excess slag from sulfur, which we are doing. I might tell them not to export from that one, so all of the slag comes into this mixer. I think that probably makes more sense. So they have nothing assigned, but they do have stuff coming in. Oh, they don't. I didn't think they would. So you're going to be sausages. Which means you're going to be cake. Although it'll be some time till we start seeing any cake. I didn't mean to do that. I needed to do that. Cool, 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 cool. Right. We still have a high supply of canola, but that's just us waiting for this bucket to fill up. So I, in fact, only really care if that is full. And then we only really care if this is backing up over here. We need to be able to deal with more of this food. We could turn down the fertilizer usage on these farms. That would produce less food, but I don't want less food. I want more food. I just want to be able to process the excess food faster. Weirdly, this one is a Mark II next to a Mark III. That must have just been a copy and paste thing. We definitely don't need Mark IIIs all the way down there. Oh, we also have a tiny little Mark I blob in there. So let's get rid of that. Which means we've got something similar there. So let's upgrade that one as well. All right. Yes, this is getting stuff in fast enough that it's sending it all down here, and this looks like it's processing it fast enough, and it's producing vast amounts of animal feed, which is great. The animal feed is almost full. I might just go down here and upgrade these as well, because why not have more animal feed? At some point, it's going to be a problem for us. And you're being told to tell us if you are getting a little bit empty in any way, which is exactly what we want to know. So we are full of chickens, we are full of animal feed, we are full of water. That's all looking absolutely fantastic. It only has a low supply of animal feed because it's now filling all those buckets up. That's actually a mild lie. So the thing we're not doing fast enough is getting rid of the rest of it. So in fact, no, it's all flowing through quite quickly now, isn't it? So I think this was possibly holding us up at one point. So the fact that these are these Mark IIs all the way up? Yeah, I think they are. So we probably should Mark II most of those. Oh, that looks risky. Hang on. I don't necessarily want to do all of them. So this carries 450. So we've got 240 going in at the moment. If we Mark II it, and Mark II takes 200, so it's potentially a lot more going in. But I do want to upgrade this one. And 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 then I want to upgrade this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. So now we are very firmly being held up by these. But I can't upgrade that anymore. And we are still incredibly backed up. And we're starting to clear it, but I mean like only just. Are these running full whack? Not quite. How many inputs do these have? 3. Okay. It's not going to work because that's too close. You can see what I was sort of thinking there. I might do that just so we can have more inputs coming down here, because this is like Mark III all the way down. This is still struggling to fill up because these are taking so much. Yeah, I might think about doing that. And that means I'd also feel less bad about upgrading the rest of it. Because right now, most of this stuff seems to be stuff that's coming out of here. We just can't process it fast enough. And if we ever fill it with animal feed, well then we're in trouble even more. But we've got lots of space for that at the moment. So yeah, I think that's something for us to think about next time. We've got more refugees. I probably want to immediately go over here and pause this. That little extra bump is all I really wanted. So yeah, next time... Remember me. Remember me. Something, something, something. Remember me. So we're going to bring this. And that's not the path I necessarily want it to take. That's just hopefully my little reminder to try and get that in there. If we can get an extra lot in there, I think that'll actually be really good. Because... yeah, trying to get 60 of one into these is obviously a bit problematic at the moment. Cool. Well, it's probably about time we start thinking about finishing up, I reckon. Naphtha is getting quite high again. Let's unpause those two to produce more fuel gas, because fuel gas is getting low. Diesel and hydrogen, however, are absolutely wonderful. And I don't mind if fuel gas is low. That's not a big problem for us. Obviously, I'd like to have more fuel gas, but if it's low, it's low. These guys just aren't processing as much at the moment, because there's just not as much coming in, because so much of it's going down here to fill up the animal feed. But as always, that's not a massive, massive problem. And there's no point in speeding up these if we're not speeding up these. But if we can get another 450 belt in, we can then make all of these Mark II, make all of these Mark II. And that's going to put us in a better position. In fact, it's still sending stuff up here now, even though they're only 122.40, and that should be able to send 450. That doesn't make a lot of sense why it's going up there, but okay. Okay. Cool. Well, what a fun episode that was. Stupid pipes. Stupid pipes. But on the plus side, we started filling in the sand mine. That's looking pretty good. We'll maybe think about putting in another ramp on this side so we can come in even further with that. We've even got some dirt on top, which looks great. We have started filling in more of this just to give ourselves even more land over here. Don't know what I'm going to do with it all, but we've got it. They are digging through this. They've slowed down a little bit at the moment, but that's not a massive problem. And we should have started digging our way through here so we can even start bridging over to this island over here. We probably want to start thinking about coming through here at some point next. Or we did at some point think about putting a little bridge in over here. So we can get a bridge in over here. Maybe we put a bridge in over here and then just smash through this mountain next to it. So we've got like a little joining point, even though that is the thicker part of the mountain. But maybe we'll do that. All right then. Well, I hope you're enjoying Captain of Industry. If you are, why not hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all those amazing things. I will see you next time. And as always, thank you so very, very, very much for joining me.